Bisa nggak? Oke, nice go. Psycho and now she's screaming, I'm a mom. Gotta call, God, that was crazy. This moment was crazy. Now people said, run, don't walk away. Oh, she's came to the side. Detektif Wisnu. Tamatlah hari inilah. Baru dah. Resume. Udah kelar ngedotanya om. Anjir tiba-tiba ada Sami langsung ngechat dah. Halo Mil, udah nggak ada yang main. Aku tuh main Dota kalau ada yang ngajak aku main doang. Kalau nggak ada yang ngajak aku nggak bakal main
I
aku.
look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guys.
Thank you Mil, udah
Jameson's
mampir
got
Mil.
around.
Jameson found the
Aku
body.
main detektif dulu ya.
Something like that. Guy
Detektif
makes me
gaming.
sick.
Ini harus tamat bisa nggak ya hari ini ya?
Keep an eye on
Aku
both.
jadi takut Bisa tidak ya tamat hari ini? Let's go pembunuhan kasus-kasus berantai. Kita lihat mayatnya dulu. Jangan. Oh aduh mayatnya gue langkain. Maaf bang. Oke.
Leave the car in front of the hydrant and I'll give you a ticket.
Evelyn Summer,
This is a
Trish
shit for
Ardes.
personal items, not booze.
Emang udah jauh? Nggak tahu dah. Aku belum pernah main ini nggak tahu sih. Udah jauh banget nih Will. Nggak tahu dah. Ini tadi apa sih? Pamaling ngelangkain mayat. Oh iya untung di game. Oh ini nih barang-barang bukti kita pembelian ini ya pembelian tahu kurang dingin AC-nya. Pembelian barang yang sebelum mati.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Oke. Kasus. Sebenarnya aku mah nggak mau streaming Dota, Mil, cuman karena dia ngajak doang, jadi main deh.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's going to be difficult, Cole.
Ntar dah.
Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Kayaknya mesti aku gedein ya lah suara gamenya deh. Oke, kita gedekan suara gamenya. Game sound effect. Don't. Ini ada kesini dah. Nggak ngepush Mil. Libur sampai kapan Mil? Now the disorder find you a better way than when you last parted. Better word were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. But I am not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You want destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you imagine. But only God Almighty above us that the night to judge, and so I beg your forgiveness. I have been in contact with a sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. You only need to check yourself in. It will not. Oh, kepotong. Kayaknya sampai tanggal 9 11 deh atau 11 deh. Sampai minggu depan berarti ya? Minggu depan yang lagi berarti ya? Di teater. Oke, kita punya 3 clue.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Bosan ngapus menang mulu sombong. Kalau mau enak bang langsung anginnya. Ini anginnya aku swing kok, aku swing atas bawah biar merata. Kalau ke satu tempat serba salah. Kalau ke satu tempat tengah itu ke kasur, kalau ke bawah kena aku, kalau ke atas malah kepanasan anjir. Gitu bro. Halo, kita telepon dulu ya. Kita telepon dulu. Kalau aku pengen ini ya, cocokin tempat naruh HP buat baca chat tuh susah, jadi kayak gini aja kali ya, kayak gitu temen agak maju pala gua. Kita telepon dulu tempat korek api.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, man.
Habis Genshin lagi ngapa-ngapain sih, jadi aku mainnya ini deh. Masih banyak stok game aku, habis ini ada lagi game selalu. Masih banyak stok game aku yang lama-lama tamatnya.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Goblok mau ngomong
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Dari segi kesehatan itu nggak baik kalau kipasnya langsung ke badan bang. Iya betul.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Buset dah.
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
Dicium anjing, udah mati orang dicium dah. Dipakein lipstick dicium kayaknya.
Classic Carmine.
Ya Allah, bisa
Leave the car
pakai.
in front of the hydrant and I'll give you a ticket.
Nanti lu muntah-muntah bang. Wah enggak dong, selalu aman aku, doain aja aku
Yours,
aman.
Ferdinand.
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Interference with the evidence.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Discovery of the victim
Found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
BTW minta izin om, sorry kalau ada ketikan gue yang bikin lo sakit hati, walaupun kadang lo yang mulai duluan, maafin ya. Emang aku pernah sakit hati ya, aku tuh anti sakit hati klub men, aku tuh kebal. Oke Mil, maafin aku juga Mil ya, kalau salah omongan kata atau apa-apa gitu.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine.
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Let's go. Keluarga aku aja lagi pada jalan-jalan, aku nggak ikut Jir, gara-gara lama aku mau streamingnya. Nggak ikut jalan-jalan, ya udah, kalau di rumah deh, jaga rumah ya.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
People are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Sebenarnya aku pengen main Dota ya, cuma nggak ada temen dah. Goblok anjing. Mana sih teman-temanku pada udahan dah. Set ending.
How can I help you boys?
I'm pretty sure we didn't join all the dots at that crime scene.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You'll feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Ini apaan lagi?
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Ini kayak mikir dah. Oke, kita mikir dulu teman-teman.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
22 karat
Be
iya.
in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Punya apa lagi sih? Ring found by suspect Percy B. Shelley, dark hair, medium. Halo Ted. Lo ngapain sih Rusty? Transfer nggak mau apa. Balik lagi nggak sih tuh orang? Oh diambil cincinnya anjir. Goblok, diambil cincinnya.
You can drive. We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Gua kayak nggak ngerti gitu deh. Ini kayak orang nih kayak ngomongin ini deh, ngomongin kasus-kasusnya dah, kasus-kasus pembunuh sebenarnya yang kemarin ya semalam gue bilang dah. Pokoknya intinya itu kali ya.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Gila, minuman begini mahal kali ya?
Over here, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
We'll take a look around.
Oh, dia tinggal di tempat ini alkohol. Oh, loh.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Nggak punya kerjaan doi. Mabok doang kerjaannya, nginep di tempat, udah mabok nginepnya di tempat inian lagi. Di tempat
Rollins bowling.
minum-minuman mabuk lagi.
Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago.
Oh, ini
Worked in legal copyrights for music.
1938 dah, tua banget. Gua udah mulai tahu nih cara game ini nih, kayak kita nemuin barang, habis itu ada nama tempat, nanti kita expect tempatnya, habis itu interview, habis itu dapat bukti, dapat pindah-pindah doang gitu doang kayaknya. Siapa anjir? Gila, nggak kebayang ya, mukanya jadi hancur begitu nanti itu aja.
She wasn't always such a loner.
Oh, ini diary.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Lo dapat nama, habis itu interview, udah tinggal gitu doang. Buku Aristoteles dah, udah kayak buku sejarah aja.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
Wih,
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
lah. Tiba-tiba angkat buku dah. Kontak.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Raya apaan lagi aja? Terus kali coba ke.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Dia kayak tepung atau apalah gitu, makanan gitu. Oh, bang, gua ada kata-kata apa football datang. Ini ngomong apa sih tadi dia? Bentar ya. Where you Evelyn is not many people will say he's gonna be one of the few. Oh lo dekat berarti. Terus
I got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
You know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
nih yang kita dapat clue dari sini itu adalah si Evelyn tuh dekat sama seseorang, cuman dia berantem dan dia beli si Ray itu untuk make up sama dia. Make up itu maksudnya apa? Kayak untuk balikan lagi, kayak berteman baik lagi, jangan sampai marahan lagi gitu. Nah yang kedua itu bapak-bapak ini, lu dekat nggak? Dia tuh dekat nyata sama si Evelyn. Pokoknya intinya itulah yang kedua. Yang ketiga itu ada yang di namanya yang di buku itu, yang dipinjemin sama yang di bukunya Evelyn tadi.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Ya, yang dipinjamin buku di Evelyn tadi, buku itu ada namanya, nama orang tadi tuh. Nyata itu orang yang Evelyn minjam buku ke dia gitu. Nyata tuh dia kayak penulis gitu, dan dia tuh si Evelyn itu sangat idolize gitu sama si orang itu. Nah, gitu-gitu deh pokoknya. Itu yang gue dapat dari dia gitu. Dan kita sekarang dapat lokasi kan, mana kita harus. Nah, kita sekarang tempat ke korek itu. Kan biasanya kalau ada pembunuhan yang di game ini ada kayak korek api yang bakar, itu ada nama tempat dan kita telusuri ke situ. Sekarang kita ke tempat itu ya. Ini tempat dia tinggal nih. Sekarang kita ke tempat
Can you drive to this one?
itu. Sadar akan kekurangan lebih baik daripada bangga akan kelebihan, betul. Cuman sadar ya, sekedar sadar aja, jangan terlalu dipikirin banget kekurangannya. Oh, aku nemu di TikTok ada orang udah ada kepala kotak. Aku nggak kotak ya Mil ya. Aku nggak kotak Jir. Kepala aku bulat Jir.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers? What is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Wah, ini pemabuk nih si Evelyn nih.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective.
Oh, ini orang yang dipinjemin bukunya si McCaffrey. McCaffrey nih buku yang di rumah Evelyn tadi.
What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Kami tahu saat asar, oke.
Yes.
Mil, makasih ya, Mil.
That's correct.
Hah? Dia ngomong apa tadi? You say you barely knew a friend. Kayak kita lay ya nggak sih? Kita lay nggak sih? Nunjukin bukunya.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Kalau barely knew the moment lo, dia punya buku atas nama lo, bro. Ada tanda tangan lo lagi.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr.
Tian
McCaffrey.
siapa anjir? Lu cara tahu gue cari tahu Tian di mana? Ya udahlah,
You drive.
ke tempat mobil dulu.
Case notes.
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, go to.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Gue pengen coba dah sekali-sekali gue ngendarain gitu, cuman gak usah deh ya, malah lama nanti game-nya. Soalnya ngendarain tuh pojok ke pojok gitu, jir.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw him.
Goblok, salah jalan.
The thing was, he was a real nice guy. I felt loudly collaring him.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments.
Nih gua ngomong dulu nih apa yang terjadi nih. Aduh, wait. Yang terjadi sekarang tuh katanya, buka malah panas sih, cuma kalau itu malah ngantuk soalnya. Katanya tuh di ini tuh kasusnya tuh sama yang sebelum-sebelumnya. Sama-sama ada perempuan mati, ada message, pakai lipstick. Habis itu kata si Rusty, si siapa namanya? Si mana Rusty anjir? Teresa Taralson nggak ada tuh lipstick message di badannya, kan dia pakai baju ya. Habis itu kata apa ini yang meriksa badan bilang ya technically lu bener sih, cuman nyata ada tulisan di balik bajunya itu, dan kita temukan tulisannya itu kira-kira kan BD itu apa sih? Chunkat, apa sih artinya? Pokoknya bahasa kasar lah. Black Dahlia. Itu kata arti, there's one way to looking at it. Looking at what? Chan is all about access, pal. Your marriage is your motive, sama select. Pokoknya dari intinya itu sama gitu. Pembunuhnya masih sama dengan message yang sama. Cuman kayak itu pelaku-pelaku yang kita tangkap kemarin itu kayak di setting gitu, di setup gitu sama pelaku aslinya.
Doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
Evelyn Summers itu ini kan korban kita kan? Iya, korban kita. Let's go.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Oh, ini cewek yang apa laki-laki ngajak mabuk si korban nih sebelum dia meninggal. Kata penulisnya tadi ya. Jadi gua kemana dulu nih? McCaffrey dulu kali ya? Hah?
You're behind the wheel.
Gua udah, wah
Let me
gila.
pose a question.
Apaan?
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Tadi gua mau ngapa ya? Goblok, gua lupa mau ngomong apaan aja. Kayak gue main game ginian ada yang ini sih, gue jadi bisa bahasa Inggris gitu, lebih tahu gitu loh, maksudnya lebih ngerti lah detail-detail gitu. Main detektif tuh jadi lebih merhatiin detail kayak apa aja yang diomongin orang gitu sih. Kayak lu tadi perasaan ngomong gini dah gitu, kayak gitu lah. Ini apa nih? Aku butuh ini.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Sudah aku bilang main game bisa nambah ilmu berbahasa Inggris. Iya, sama kayak hal-hal kecil gue jadi notice gitu, Ted. Kayak apaan sih ini, kayak kecil, kayak padahal tadi ngomong gini dah, lo gini gitu loh. Udah gitu apalagi ditambah di catatan kayak gini kan ada clue people dan lain-lain. Jadi lebih mendetail, iya.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Buset dah. Oh, ini kertasnya. Otak mana sih, kiri apa kanan kalau mikir logis? Aduh, kiri kayaknya dah. Take long but oh ini pesan yang pas di tempat mayatnya dia ya, take long before you are healed and you can come home, have put your things back into your old room with a lock on the door for your privacy, and you can come and go as you please. I will care for you and you can return to your normal life. I know your address has changed.
Torn from the letter we found beside the body. At the very least, I'd say it ties McCaffrey.
So
to
I
the scene.
cannot be sure this letter will find you, but I may that it does, and that you consider what I have said. I love you very much, and I may every night that you are safe, and that one day you will knock on my door, and the rift between us will be mended. With love and understanding, your mothers, Augusta Summers. Wah, maknya anjir. Tapi ada surat dari maknya, tapi di niane dah di rumahnya si siapa namanya?
Junk.
Anjing Jang. Di rumahnya si ini loh. Wah, ada baju berdarah, Bre. Wah, ini blunt object nih, benda tumpul yang bunuh-bunuhin.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Wah, itu ada tempat bowling.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation at least.
Wah, ini blunt object ya. Nggak, masa itu blunt object yang itu tuh, pipa itu di tempat yang bowling itu juga sama. Apakah? Oh, ini tempat.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Lagi penjadi detektif nggak pakai sarung tangan dah. Biar kalau ada apa-apa tuh nanti di minggir apa Rasti? Di iniin tuh. Di tes sidik jari tuh lu nggak kena. Nggak tahu pas ini sidik jari kita.
Seems like a decent guy.
Oh, ini penulisnya nih sama nih aja.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover?
Oh, Grosvenor McCaffrey itu penulis yang tadi. Taduh deh.
Sit down and we'll talk.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Shoot the creep!
Ayo, kalau udah dekat pencet spam klik kiri nih, jadi cepet lari gua.
Give it up, LAPD.
There he is, officer.
Lari, klik kiri. Nah.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Kok gampang ya? Dia bilang ada goblok. Terus nama yang dikasih tahu tadi siapa aja? Bentar dah. Gue pengen lihat people. Ini Tiernan ini siapa aja? Ini maksudnya si Grosvenor McCaffrey ini kan penulis. Dia bilang kan kenapa kita tangkap, karena dia bilang tadi dia barely kenal si korban gitu. Ternyata dia kenal sama korban karena minjemin buku, ngasih tanda tangan, sama ternyata ada bekas blunt object juga di bajunya, bukan berdarah. Pas kita samperin dia juga lari. Nah, ini kita dari sebelumnya juga kita tuh kayak nangkap karakter, nangkap pelaku yang apa sih namanya? Yang ini loh, yang
You know the way. You can drive.
main asal tangkap aja kayak gitu, nggak kita tanya-tanya dulu intinya itu gimana. Gue pengen ke tempat bowling dulu dah. Soalnya tadi tuh pas kita lihat pipa itu ada tempat bowling, siapa tahu ada tempat bowling, ada inian juga aja. Ada clue juga. Kita dapat apa pipa itu dari tulisan di namanya J.K. Rowling, habis itu bowling gitu. Pokoknya habis itu ya yang di kamarnya sama kamar korban juga ada kayak apa tuh ya, ini apa tuh namanya tuh yang kata dihancurin pakai bowling aja itu aneh. Dari sini juga gila, gua seru aja main game ini tuh mikir ya, tapi emang mesti bisa bahasa Inggris sih, kalau orang nonton nggak bisa bahasa Inggris susah.
Rusty, you on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps, homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tierney. He's a pin
Oh,
setter.
pin setter dia.
One day he introduced me to a lady after work. Stuck in my mind. Because I was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Oh, tuh dia tuh.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Bocah ngapa pada lari-lari semua dah? Kapan Dota lagi bang? Nanti kalau ada yang ngajak, aku Dota lagi. Kalau nggak ada yang ngajak, aku nggak bakal main. Tuh, tiba-tiba ada mobil, habis itu bisa dinyalain dah.
What are you waiting for? Get after it!
Sabar
We'd
lah.
go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires!
Nice.
Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road! And that is the end of that! It's about fucking time!
Put your hands in the air!
Nanti aku Dota lagi kalau ada yang ngajak. Aku udah nggak ada teman soalnya. Teman aku udah pada udahan. Nggak tahu kenapa tumben pada main bentar. Katanya besok pagi pada main lagi besok pagi. Nah berarti kita punya 2 interogasi tempat nih. Berarti kita kemungkinan juga punya 2 inian, juga punya 2 pelaku nih. Nah ini kita kan di police station nih. Di police station ada si Tiernan sama si yang penulis buku itu. Tinggal nunggu udah siap. Anjir mobil bagus banget ya. Mobilnya ban putih kayak di mobil Cars dah Cars. Di film Cars.
His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Keren ya ban putih kayak gitu ya, kayak ban mobil-mobil klasik ya di film Cars. Satisfying ngeliatnya deh kalau mobil ban putih begitu dah. Maksudnya ban putih pinggirnya putih. Oke kita interogasi dulu ya. Gila, gue udah mulai jago nih main ginian nih.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young folks.
Bacot nih orang. Interviewan mana? Interviewan. Kita ke interviewan dulu dah. Ini ya, sini ya.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with
Why did you run, Tiernan?
Kenapa lari lo?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Oh Tiernan ini yang di bowling itu. Relationship kamu punya hubungan apa?
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Weh lo jangan bohong lah. Ada kan ya? Ada ini kan? Nih Tiernan. Nih victim last scene.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Si tukang buku bilang lo tuh terakhir pergi Evelyn tuh pergi sama lo. Mana tuh?
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Ya lu nggak bakal percaya lah kalau awal-awal lu udah bohong, pantat.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
Ini kalau mata dia ngeliat ke tempat lain nih, berarti bohong. Bangsat, matanya meyakinkan, jing. Baca dulu deh. And there is no one who can McAfee show her looking at it was a look at her value saying Evelyn stole it. She wanted something for. Ini true apa doubt anjir? Ngentot. Mukanya kayak meyakinkan anjir, cuman coba doubt.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Oh iya betul.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute, but you know, I'm not so sure.
Ngepet, benar gua. Alibi for James Tiernan.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Tahu deh, perasaan dia ada ini deh. Store owner Robbie said the victim bought a whiskey for a boy after an argument. Oh, lo boynya.
You'd been fighting with her. You fought.
I'm not lying. She got up and left. That was it.
Nah, lo jangan tinggi nada bicara lo ke gua bangsat.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. I kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Oh, jadi tuh ini sebenarnya ini cemburu dia tuh cemburu.
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
Well, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Mencurigakan
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Kalau gue belum interview sebelahnya, bro. Tunggu.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it.
Huh?
Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Telat aku nggak apa-apa ya, baru mulai kok. Ini satu kasus udah mau kelar nih, tinggal interview doang nih. Waduh. Jadi yang si laki-laki tadi itu intinya tuh apa ya? Intinya itu dia tuh cemburu. Dia tuh sering berjalan berdua, minum, ketemu di library, ketemu di perpustakaan, habis itu minum, bawa ke hotel. Habis itu dia pass out, mabok berat, tidur pagi-pagi, si Evelyn tuh udah keluar, udah pulang kan. Habis itu tadi pertanyaannya apa lagi sih? Hah? Kayak alibinya dia tuh apa, kayak katanya tuh gue tuh nggak begitu tahu Evelyn gitu, pokoknya gue suruh dia keluar karena dia tuh sering ngomong soal ini, ngerti nggak sih? Kan tadi kan ada tukang buku ya, penulis bukunya itu Evelyn tuh ngefans banget kan. Tadi ada yang bilang juga idolize banget sama dia gitu, dia idolize banget sama si pemilik buku ini. Nah, ini pemilik bukunya nih. Nah, habis itu pas nongkrong sama laki-laki yang pertama kita interview itu, si laki-laki itu siapa namanya Tiernan itu, dia tuh cemburu karena dia tuh selalu ngomong si penulis ini terus. Siapa sih penulis ini, namanya McCaffrey ya? McCaffrey ini, McCaffrey itu, McCaffrey ini, McCaffrey itu. Nah dia tuh sakit hati, cemburu. Alhasil si Tiernan itu ngekick lah dari hotel siapa si si siapa namanya korbannya, ya kan? Korbannya keluar, habis itu dia nggak punya tempat tinggal, habis itu dia nggak tahu kenapa, habis itu dia nggak tahu tuh korbannya ngapa-ngapain setelah di-kick tuh nggak tahu dia. Nah kayak gitu pokoknya dari segi cemburu-cemburuan gitu. Intinya sih gitu sih, cemburu lah pokoknya.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Habis itu dia bilang katanya ada cincin yang hilang di penggelangan di nian tangannya si Evelyn, cuman dia tuh aneh, kata si Tiernan tuh dia tuh harusnya sering pakai cincin itu, cuman dia nggak pernah, kenapa bisa nggak make ya, kayak sih dijual. Soalnya tadi kita ke tempat cincin, dia tuh dijual kayaknya. Kita tanya alibinya dia apa ya, alibinya si penulis ini apa ya.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Ini apaan nih, oi? Gue nggak tahu lagi anjing. Oh, lay.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Oh iya, goblok. Iya, harusnya dia itu harusnya nggak di rumah. Dia bilang katanya semalam lo kemana? Pas hari dimana Evelyn mati, gue di rumah kok. Katanya, enggak, lo bohong, lo tuh di rel kereta tempat pembunuhannya. Habis itu kata kita bilang tuh bohong. Habis itu kata dia apa tadi? What do you have to prove that I was there? Buktinya apa? Lu tahu kalau gue di rel kereta. Buktinya kita nemuin potongan surat yang ada di apartemen lo. Potongan surat, kan suratnya setengah-setengah tuh, ada yang di rel kereta tempat pembunuhan sama di apartemen lo. Mana tadi anjir suratnya? Woi. Tahun letter ya nih. Di apartemen lo kenapa ada setengahnya lagi? Berarti kan ya pasti lo robek atau gimana gitu, pokoknya pasti lo ya masa bisa kepecah dua gitu kan, aneh gitu. Namanya surat kan pasti dia pernah kerel juga lah, bohong lu anjir.
You're ruining the ambiance.
How about half of Augusta Summers' last correspondence with her daughter?
What are you talking about?
After you were done beating Evelyn, you searched her and found her mother's letter. That old lady's anguish amused you.
I know nothing about a letter or Evelyn's goddamn mother.
So what was it doing on your writing desk?
I don't know, but if I didn't put it there, somebody else did. Try exercising your powers of deduction on that.
Lah, kesannya kita salah, tapi bener tuh kan, bener apa yang gue bilang kan. Kayaknya tuh mereka nih sebagai pembunuhnya ini, yang kita kira sebagai pembunuh, mereka tuh kayak di set up dah sama seseorang gitu. Ini kan masih kasus Black Dahlia anjir. Black Dahlia tuh kayak korban perempuan yang dikasih message di badannya. Itu masas ya. Message itu pesan di badannya pakai lipstick. Dan rata-rata tuh mereka kayak katanya tuh di set up, dan setiap orang kita tangkap itu mereka tuh nggak ngomong apa-apa. I didn't say a goddamn thing gitu-gitu dan lain-lain. Jadi itu kayak kesannya mereka pengen membuktikan sesuatu tapi nggak bisa gitu, karena buktinya udah kuat ke mereka gitu. Sih feeling gue sih gitu, harusnya ada pembunuh lain nih. Cuman mau gimana, kita lanjutin dulu lah. Access to tire iron. Kita tanya tire iron ya, tire iron itu yang kata benda tumpul itu yang buat mukulin dia.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Ini apa nih? They testify to threat of violence against victim. Mate, but oh, kata Tiernan itu si McCaffrey itu menggunakan kekerasan ke oh ini bener nih berarti ini halal lo anjing.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
Kenapa tadi apa? That's how Tiernan went to you for your help. You expect me to buy that? That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them. Oh, thingsnya itu yang dimaksud things itu barang-barang pembunuhnya itu kayak tadi baju yang berdarah sama benda tumpul tadi. Tapi kata si Rusty ya tapi lu nggak get rid buat barang-barang buktinya itu loh. Lu malah simpen di apartemen lo. Besok kita suruh tanya ke Tiernan, dia bakal ngasih tahu. Oke lah, gue tanya Tiernan lagi nih. Anjir muter balik dah. Ini apa nih telepon? Hah? Telepon kok nyala anjir? Wait, telepon kok nyala anjir?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Waduh.
Thank you.
Kriminal rekornya anjir. Beat the woman to death anjir. Taruh kita tanya dulu ini dulu dah, baru balik lagi ke dia dah. Kita dapat inian nih. Wait.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go, it's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Event prior to murder.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Very hungover.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Evelyn would come back.
Mm-hmm. Lo jangan bohong lah.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Lo minta tolong sama si McCaffrey buat lo tadi melapor polisi, cuma bingung kan Jadi lo laporin si McCaffrey ngasih barang-barang bisa membunuh itu. Betul nggak sih anjir? Accusation. McCaffrey that Tiernan confessing and asking for help.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box.
Huh?
And he said I came in with him last night.
Taruh depan. Anjir tiba-tiba banyak deh chatnya dah. You are the McCaffrey woke me up in the morning. He showed me the lug wrench. Dia nunjukin benda tumpul itu. And the letter and the box. Pesannya yang tadi kepotong sama box apa dah. And he said that I came in with. Yang kita lanjutinnya di sini. Di sini.
He said that I killed Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. wasn't me.
Menurut kalian siapa anjir ini? Nih gue jelasin lagi. Dia tuh dalam keadaan mabok gitu. Dia dalam keadaan mabok pagi-pagi. Si Evelyn udah nggak ada kan di hotel. Abis itu pokoknya intinya tuh pas dia mabok-mabok dia tuh kayak pass out gitu yang tadi gue bilang. Dia tuh kayak lupa ingatan, tiba-tiba pagi dia drunk banget pagi. Abis itu bangun tiba-tiba ketemu si McCaffrey. McCaffrey datangin dia ke hotel, ngasih si benang tumpul itu sama bajunya kan. Katanya dibilang lu bunuh si McCaffrey. Lu bunuh si Evelyn katanya. Habis itu dia kaget, gua enggak inget apa-apa. Maksudnya gua bunuh, apakah itu gua? Kata dia gitu. Wisnu sih menurutku ngapa jadi gua dah. Alfred menurut gua. Alfred ya, bukan Tieran ya. Alfred kayaknya nih ya. McCaffrey ya. Ini kita tanya dulu dah. Soalnya dia punya si McCaffrey juga salah. McCaffrey tuh punya criminal record soal perempuan. Military service.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Never been in trouble for violence. Mana ada lu tadi gue dapat info lu ada dapat violence apa? Criminal record violence ke perempuan.
Towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Kayak dia sih. Criminal record lu, bro. Gue ditelepon sama perempuan pacar gue tadi.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore! She tried to steal from my wallet! I could have fought for this country! I could have...
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch! What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her!
Dia nih kayaknya nih, udah paham gua. Lo udah tau lah. Lo sebelumnya udah pengen ngebunuh perempuan sampai mati gara-gara dia nge-stole. Dan sekarang si Evelyn sama dia yang nge-stole buku lo dan lo bilang she got what's coming to her. Ya udahlah, lo tau dah lo kayaknya. Soalnya si sebelumnya itu dia mabuk. Masa dia mabuk datang lo bilang nih barang-barang lo bisa ngebunuh dia. Mana mungkin, bro? Orang mabuk tuh di hotel lagi, sedangkan pembunuhannya itu di kereta dan lo tuh punya surat-suratnya, anjir. Lo udah cas suspek lo.
Governor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged the fine catch.
Oh, jelas.
Another red to boot.
Oh iya lah, mantap. Thank you.
I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
Oh ya, makasih Pak. Apa nih? Hah? Halo. Gila, jago ya gue ya. Udah mulai paham gue. Esi. Males gue Esi. Ini apa nih? Mantap, naik pangkat nggak? Belum. Kayak belum deh.
Most Shaughnessy and Dunn squad. His gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and infilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant, get back off this fucking bridge. They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes. I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
My company, 22nd Marines, Lieutenant. And we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Oh, kayak siapa sih karakter utama kita si Phelps ini udah mulai kehilangan inian dah, udah mulai kehilangan kayak apa sih namanya pimpinannya, kayak omongan dia udah mulai nggak didengar pas perang, soalnya orang pada nggak suka sama dia, kayak decisionnya jelek-jelek, nggak tahu sih, itu yang gue dapat ya, kalau salah sih koreksi. The Quarter Moon Murders, anjay.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case.
Yoi, jelas lah, Pak.
But
Makasih.
we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Oh, ini apaan lagi nih anjir, dia ngomong apa tadi, gue nggak baca lagi lihat chat, nggak tahu. Do you mind if well done, lads, you did well with the Summers case, but we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today. Do you mind if I take a look? Right, go right ahead. They've both been ring. Ini apaan anjing, tulisannya apaan nih? Ringet nih. And in gasoline. Oh, like the previous letters, so I can leave a print. Oh, suratnya itu kayak disiram sama bensin, jadi itu nggak bisa nemuin sidik jari dan lain-lain gitu. Oke, kita lihat dulu letternya apaan aja ya, bukti-bukti ya. Let's go. Chan.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
Black Dahlia letter. Chan, Black Dahlia, find me where I hidden myself. Wah, masih nongol anjir. Pelaku sebenarnya anjir. The poetic work of Percy Bysshe Shelley. Hah? Waduh.
To suffer woes, which hope thinks infinite.
To suffer
To
woes,
forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
Wishing something. To love and bear, to hope till hope get from its own wreck. The thing is contaminated to change, nor falter, nor repent. This, like thy glory, Titan, is to be good, great, joyous, anjir, beautiful and free. This is a lone life, joy, empire, and victory. Apa sih ini, kayak puisi gitu anjir? Gua kagak paham lagi. Let's go.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
Looking in wonder up to heaven while yet the music pilled along, I hid myself within a fountain. Dia menyembunyikan diri dalam fonten. Fonten itu apa sih? In the public square fountain where I lie like the reflex of the moon. Okay. Seen in a wave under green leaves.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell's.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in a public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
Forget what it's supposed to. What does he want?
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Gila nih pembunuhnya pinter sih. Fonten air fonten air mancur, jadi kecewa gue sama fonten diving lu pakai PL tadi. Kok gitu sih, Ted? Kan gue kan owning Ted pakai PL tadi. Kok lu kecewa sih, Ted? Ngapa jadi bahas PL gua dah? Kita ke fonten dulu nih. Pushing apa tadi? Ke fonten dulu, kita ke fonten yang air mancur di square. Minggir lah anjing. Nah. Let's go. Rusty. Rusty, buruan Rusty.
Too slow, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Kita, kayak dia ngasih surat-surat itu.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
You gotta get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not gonna take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
Pakai mobil yang nggak ada atapnya dong. Oke lah Ted, nanti gue pakai lah. Ini apa tadi kayak si pelaku utamanya itu kayak ngasih clue surat-surat itu buat nemuin dia gitu nggak sih, kayak misalkan nih dia kan clue-cluenya itu puitik banget kan, anjay puitik banget, dan kayak clue-cluenya itu sebenarnya suatu tempat yang mesti kita datangin dan kita temuin gitu. Nanti di situ kayaknya ada clue dah. Ini kayak ini kan di fonten kan clue-nya kan. Mana sih tadi? Black Dahlia letter. No from Black Dahlia. Find me.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
Nih, mana sih tadi? Looking in wonder up to heaven while yet the music fell along. I hit myself within a fountain in a public square. Ini kan public square di sini nih. Tempatnya kita datang nih. Where I lay like the reflex of the moon seen in a wave under the green leaf. Oke. Ini green leaf. Ini moonnya tengah. Udahlah pokoknya itulah. Ini pokoknya square lah square. Ada. Bisa naik nih.
You know the local hobos use that.
Iya anjir. Gila gaming gua. Pakai mobil yang ada di jalan dulu. Ini nih ada Ted ini nih, nemu gua. Ada bunyi suara tadi teng. Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. Elizabeth Short. Elizabeth Short ini pembunuh. Ini korban yang pertama. Betul nggak sih Elizabeth Short? Lupa, iya, ini korban-korbannya kayaknya. Ini clue selanjutnya nih. Nah masalahnya itu dia ngasih clue kayak gini, kita suruh nemuin dia kan. Berarti tuh kayak kita tuh lagi main di telapak tangan dia gitu nggak sih? Kayak kita lagi main gamenya dia nih, kayak we playing his game gitu. Kayak hati-hati di jalan karena kita ya dikendaliin sama dia. Kita harus kesini bisa aja dijebakan dan lain-lain kan, nggak tahu sih. Gue baca dulu. There's a cave all overgrown with the trailing odorous plants. Goa dengan tanaman-tanaman with curtain out the day with leaves and flowers and paved with pink emerald and a fountain lives in the mist with an awakening sound. From its roof the mountain frozen clear like snow or silver along the hang down running. Apaan aja?
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out?
The shipper second.
Got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around.
Waduh, dia suruh kemana ya? Clue-nya apaan dah? Wadaw. Ini apaan nih? Street crime location dah. Central Police Station. Hidden vehicle. Kristen. Ini apa nih? Gue baca lagi dah. Anjing gak ada location dah. Clue. Suruh nyari sendiri anjing. Second. There is a cave all overgrown with trailing odorous plants which curtain out the day we live for and paved with pink, emerald and a fountain leaves in the midst with an awakening sound. From its curved roof the mountain frozen tears like snow or silver all around diamond spires hang downward raining for and doubtful light. Pokoknya banyak-banyak ini, ada air juga, banyak-banyak tanaman, ada air juga. Ini hidden vehicle, hall of record. Nih. Cave overgrown plants by fire and water flow can delete. Coba dah kesini dah. Ya ke situ dulu. Coba dah ke situ dah. Taruh bener nggak sih? Taruh cek dulu yang lain dah. Ini apa sih? Hall of Record. Ini police station. Ini LA public. Ini nggak ada tulisan plan-plannya, nggak ada. Ini dan vehicle ini apa nih? Oh ini set yang pertama yang kita kejar-kejaran, Chris. Altar. Tapi kan tulisannya cave, ini cave bukan sih? Nggak tahu dah, gua coba dah. Hidden vehicle. Yamero apa nih? Female. Ini apaan dah? Ini kayak ini apaan sih? Hitam putih deh gambarnya dah. Pusing gua. Oh, ini police station juga. Anjir, sampai atas ini sih bete banget gua. Ini Pulau Jawa ya? Udah gas deh ya. Kita cari mobil yang bagusan dikit, Ted. Esku. Halo, teleskop.
Galloway, need you.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Tuh. Ini perempatan nih. Mobilnya mobil Doc Hudson semua ya. Anjay. No. Nih. Dapat nih. Lol, teleskop. Iya, namamu teleskop biar gampangnya lah.
Too slow, Rusty.
Nah, ini anjay. Gue bawa lah sekali-sekali lah. Yalah.
Him. It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. You may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous.
Let's see.
I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citation. What a day to be a cop. Pencil pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Weh bener dong, ada kasih aja LAPD drift. Yo iya. Bener Ted. Anjay. Di sini berarti ya. Wih, dia bener berarti kalau ada cutscene gini kayaknya ya.
Can I help you, sir?
Itu ngeliat gak lo? Tadi ada surat, Cing. Oh, ketemu.
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Let's go, Rusty. Anjas. Gila. Let's go. Solve some case, bro. Let's go. Gila, suruh ke atas sini anjir, like. Oh, ini maksudnya goa tuh ini. Nih goa, nih ada goa tuh. Tuh goa tuh. Di gambarnya. Let's go. Minggir kau, Rusty. Di sini ya. Anjay. Oh, ini kah? Buset, tangganya pelit banget dah segitu doang. Tuh surat tuh yang gue maksud tuh.
Going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Ah iya, ini pembunuhnya, Bray. Yang jam tangan yang hilang. Lo inget gak sih setiap pembunuhnya itu punya perhiasan perhiasan yang hilang pasti satu. Kayak kemarin tuh ada yang bilang tadi tuh yang pembunuh sebelumnya tuh ada yang bilang itu cincin kan, cincin tulisan N apa U. Yang sebelumnya loh yang kata pelakunya ada dua. Itu kan kata si Tiernan ya. Dia selalu pakai cincinnya hilang. Habis itu kalau yang kata di foto itu, yang kata di apartemen yang sama nenek-nenek itu yang hilang itu gelangnya apa kalungnya? Lupa gua. Coba ini molar nih molar. Ini jamnya molar. Ini korban-korban sebelumnya anjir. From the temple high
Temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
From the murmuring of the unsealed spring where science. Apa belum kelar gua? Goblok.
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing.
Ini ngapain nih?
Find a rope, Dusty. There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Wait.
Oh, come on.
Goblok. Datang udah jatuhin lampu anjing. Oke.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Molar Dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
From the temple high of a man's ear and eye, roof over sculpture and poesy. From the murmuring of the unsealed spring, where science bedew his daily wings. Oke. Tempat tinggi ya, tempat yang tinggi ya. Ini kali ya. A gift to create this high temple like central area, the building of performance and sculptor, thus bearing handstand, lack of learning. Tempat tinggi kan? Tempat tinggi kayaknya itu doang deh. Nggak ada lagi. Alah country. Iya itu doang kayak.
Can you drive to this one?
Iya itu baca roofnya.
He
Iya.
keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along.
Udah mulai pintar kita.
Demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. Got you now, genius. Coming for you.
Anjing mobil kayak gitu di zaman sekarang udah nggak ada kali ya. Ribet tuh kalau abis itu naikin belakangnya tuh biar nggak kehujanan manual ya kan. Enggak lah pasti ada pencetannya lah, masa manual aja. Oh iya tuh. Iya benar di atas itulah tinggi. Ini dapat ini barang-barang apa lagi nih?
I'm pulling rank here, Cole.
I'm pulling rank.
I'm not hauling myself up there.
I'm not
Go
hauling.
get it, Tiger.
Slow me down anyway, old timer.
Naik gitu. Oke, fine. Ada apa nih semua? Kenapa nih? Ini gue nggak bisa pakai elemental sight dah. Sini kah? Bisa emang aja kayak gitu, pakai pantofel lagi goblok. Pusing mata gua aja. Kamera air. Goblok anjing. Topi gua jatuh lah.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Kok turun lagi dah? Goblok. Runtuh itu pasti pembangunan macam lampu tadi. Aduh, ya, ribet dong kayaknya kalau bangunan begini. Di sini kah? Nggak bisa.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Oh kan, kalung.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin.
Of death destruction, ruin within ruin. So wrecked beside of many a city vast, whose population which the earth grew over was mortal, but not human. See, they lie their monstrous works, and uncut skeleton, their statues, home and fence. Prodigious saves huddle in grey annihilation, split them in the heart back deep. Hah?
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. This gets out.
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
Ini apaan anjir kodenya? Gua nggak tahu dah. Clue yang keempat nih gua nggak tahu anjir. Round with death love. Round with death love, spoke emblem of death destruction, ruin within ruin. The wreck based on many city fast, whose population which has grew over was more. Oke. Ini bukan sih. Taruh dah. Ini bukan sih. Mana anjing tadi? Ini. Ini apa sih? Bukan ini mana tadi? Oh, ini skeleton nih. Ini. Tadi skeletonnya nggak sih? Tuh, tadi ada lagi tempat satu lagi ada tempat satu lagi. Hidden vehicle. Goblok, gue lupa lagi di mananya. Ada yang tadi yang kata ini kayak apa sih namanya inian. Ini hidden vehicle apa sih hidden vehicle? Heran gue. Di atas ini udah nggak ada. Oke, itu doang tempatnya nggak ada lagi, Bray. Tanda tanya nggak ada lagi, Bray. Udah pada hilang ada tanda tanyanya dah. Iya, tanda tanyanya pada hilang, tinggal ini doang. Oh, ini nih. When the concert itu create a cultural center museum final ini kayaknya dah. Coba dulu lagi entar ada skeleton anjir tadi. Skeleton dead last Potter of the mortal the monstrous world unkutus skeleton. Tuh kan ada skeletonnya kan? Iya betul uncultured skeleton betul udah. Let's go.
Isn't he the cop that won a medal for solving all those cases?
Double time, Rusty.
Keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
He's the cop who arrested that movie.
Yalah mobil gue jauh banget lagi goblok. Pesannya kesini nggak lu Rasti? Ayo Ras. Udah lah mobilin aja lah, ayolah.
You know the way. You can drive.
Lo kemana dah? Goblok loncat. Orang dari sini bisa naik, dia loncat. Dia loncatnya ke sini.
Banging up innocent men.
Oh yeah,
the newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
Anjir, Rusty lompat indah. Iya dah goblok. Orang gue lompat ada tempat yang lebih gampang, lompatnya ke tempat yang susah.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving. These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Ketawa lagi anjing goblok. Udah mayat nggak mau. Ke air nggak mau. Dongo nih bapak malah senyum dah. Minta gue tonjok anjing. Kiri apa kanan? Oh kanan. Kanan itu udah jalan ke surga. Snack jangan ngomong ada ular lo. Udah nggak mau kesini lo, ngomong ada ular lagi lo. Ini merah, ini warna-warni dah. Kena minyak nih anjir airnya nih. Ini airnya kena minyak fix anjing, kebakaran ini kalau kena korek dikit. Lagi kenapa dah ini bisa tenggelam begini dah. Mana tuh bapak tuh? Baca tuh.
At the forefront of my thinking. Steady.
Nah udah. Oh ini nih. Goblok airnya bertumpah anjing. Oh sepatu. PVN.
One of Teresa Terrelson's shoes.
Teresa Terrelson.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
Goblok, itu ada kapal bukan ada kapal.
Open-toed white shoe and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum is the Terrelson broad.
Ada perahu anjing.
The most credible evidence, Rusty.
This thing
Makanya begitu.
All part of his power over us. making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
Đồ banget. Kayak di sini dah. Gue udah feeling kayak di sini. Banyak riddle-nya dah. Ini mana? So tau aja dulu gue. Ya.
Too slow, Rusty. Hold on, I'm coming.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out.
Ya benar-benar. Iya kayak gitu kan.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
Anjir itu yang kereta tengah jalan itu di atasnya listriknya banyak banget nih. Lihat nggak lo tadi? Kabel-kabelnya. Ya ilah, malas banget gua. Masa gua masuk ke tempat kayak gini dah.
On it goes. When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
Maze dah. Masuk ke dalam maze dah. Maze runner aja.
Double time, Rusty.
Labirin nih.
Keep your shirt on, I'm coming.
Bener gak sih kesini gua? Hah? Oh ini.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I want to wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Ini orang anjing ini nggak guna bangsat. Dia nggak mau manjat, nggak mau berenang, nggak mau temenin gua sih. Dia masuk ke dalam labirin dong ngobat. Mapnya tiba-tiba nggak ada deh. Anjay. Asik.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
Oh, Celine Henry nih. Anjay, GG ya gue ya. So, from altar judgment seat and prison were in and
No,
bisa
it couldn't be.
Altar gereja, oke. Alhamdulillah.
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
Gereja tuh ya udah terakhir, tempat terakhir udah gereja tuh, nggak ada lagi soalnya. Semuanya udah kita explore, anjay, eksplorasi 100%, anjay.
Isn't he the cop that won a medal for solving all those cases?
Over here, Rusty.
Yeah, as soon as I'm finished.
As soon as I'm finished. Gue butuh sekarang, Meme.
Galloway, I need you. Double time, Rusty.
Malam dah. Ini mobil siapa?
You can drive.
Lalu lari lu pas gue udah masuk mobil. Takut gue laporin gak lu? Platnya 260110.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with Goss.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide to sleep better at night.
Sore bang, halo bang Haku. Udah masuk kerja bang Haku. Makasih lo udah mampir bang. Anjas hujan. Ayo kalau weh.
Too slow, Rusty.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Masih libur bang. Oh sampai kapan? Gelap dah, gelap jir. Oke bentar ya. Anjay terang. Ah, ini kemana dah? Assalamualaikum. Ted, masuk ke gereja gimana, Ted? How to masuk ke gereja? Assalamualaikum ya ahli kubur. Ini kali ya? Bukan jing. Hah? Goblok. Lewat katakom, lewat kuburan bawah tanah. Emang di gereja ada kuburan bawah tanah, Ted? Ah, di mana aja kuburan bawah tanahnya? Lu cari dong Rusty, ngikutin gua doang dah. Goblok. Maaf Pak, mayatnya ini. Buka pintu terus tinggal masuk. Oke. I'm give up. Intuisi. Anjir nggak bisa pakai. Kan tadi cara masuk ya benar sih. Apa gue mesti ngintar dulu ya, bukan dari sini ya? Ini kah? Sini kah? Bukan. Kita ke yang pojok dulu dah. Assalamualaikum. Astagfirullahaladzim. Tapi ini ada jalan ke sini sih masalahnya. Jalan ke sini cuman muter tuh. Ini bilang ke sini nggak sih? Tadi ada cutscene nggak sih di sini teh? Hah? Betul nggak sih sini? Suruh teman cari jalan lain bang. Goblok temannya masalahnya. Temannya on masalahnya dah. Coba kita lihat tempat lain dulu ya selain ini ya. Ada nggak ya? Udah nggak ada. Tempat ini udah hidden semua. Udah hidden semua. Hidden vehicle. Masa gue nyontek YouTube sih, kan nggak akibat. Wow, anjing kuburannya gue injek. Goblok. Apa bang? Nggak tahu bang. Ini kali ya. Gue keliling dulu pakai mobil dah. Tunggu sini Rusty. Lo ikut nggak? Gue mau kelilingin gerejanya dulu nih. Oh, nggak bisa lah ya. Nggak bisa lah ya. Masa gue teori nyontek Google sih anjing. Assalamualaikum. Nggak tahu, asal nembak aja. Kayaknya di game zaman dahulu ada. Kalau nggak ada panjatan kali, panjatan ya, panjatan. Sini kali ya, loncat kali ya. Gak bisa, masalahnya dah, loncat dah.
He's sending us to that movie set they made for Intolerance. I think the message might be on the throne there.
Didn't I read about you shooting that place up 6 months ago?
We've all got to make our names somehow.
Wah, dikasih tahu ujung-ujungnya anjing, intolerance set bukan di sini goblok. Dong lah. Ini altar-altar. Ini tuh ada tulisan altar tepare pas di altar. Ah. Goblok. Ah, Teddy sesat jir ngasih taunya. Dikasihanin gue sama gamenya, nggak setuju nih gue dikasihanin sama gamenya anjir. Oke, gue nggak setuju ya dikasihanin sama gamenya. Jadi kita gameplay, cluenya on aja udah on.
Over here, Rusty.
Teddy sesat aja, tersesat Teddy. Fix Teddy sesat aja.
You're behind the wheel.
Ya cukup gaming kena tipu, alasan lo Ted lo, bilangnya lo kagak tahu kan? Jangan alas-alasan kena tipu dah. Saya Kayla pinjam akun Om Teddy. Saya Kayla pinjam akun Om Teddy. Tai. Jadi lu Kayla Ted, diam-diam Ted.
There's the throne up there.
Oh itu. Teddy sang penipu anjir. Kalau habis ini ada lagi kemungkinan baru gereja Ted. Mana tadi naiknya anjir? Yelah senternya begini. Aduh, senternya senter zaman dulu dah. Naiknya gimana tadi? Ini ya? Bukan ini. Tadi naiknya gimana tadi? Anjir senter ngeronda aja kalah, iya anjir. Mana dia? Senternya begitu dah. Kan capek megangnya begini ya. Orang main zaman sekarang begini kan. Misalnya kalau begini kan capek. Ini apaan sih? Ada efek apa sih? Efeknya terlalu hot nih. Efek hujannya anjay putih-putih ya kan. Airnya kesannya ke layar ya kan padahal mah. Ini si Rusty mana dah? Ini kakek-kakek tua kagak jelas, kagak mau ikutan dah. Sah.
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Paul, I'll get you off of there.
Until Galloway can help you.
You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Goblok, tiba-tiba. Apaan dah? Ya Allah. Aneh. Oh ini nih, throne. Let's go. Ini apa nih? Blue apa? Oh ini cincinnya nih yang kata ada tulisan E.
Oh, typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers.
Ini korban terakhirnya nih yang hilang. Across the thousand left the hot stream with hot blood. Not with blood. It mingles with the tightest fix those torture off in peace and death. So that six through shake not that crucifix. So those who fell finger play not with a glory multiple they become accident. Ya apaan ini? Bahasanya? Allahu Akbar. Ya elah escape.
No. Come on. No.
Hah? What just happened?
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on him.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
Nih Ted, ayolah Ted. Ini apaan Ted yang terakhir Ted? Goblok kagak ada anjing. 7 accept. Wah gila udah 7 kasus kita kerjain ya berarti ya? Anjay. Udah tempat terakhir cuman ini doang lah, nggak usah dibaca. Tempat terakhir cuman ini doang kan, betul nggak? Gereja doang kan, nggak ada lagi. Udah nggak ada lagi bro, gereja doang bro. Ini doang bro, let's go.
Easy.
Lo ngapain sih lu marah-marah baik gue lihat. Let's go.
Might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. I'm not trying to justify this.
Hear me out, Rusty. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women for half a year, maybe longer. The reason?
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street.
Abandoned church and Presbytery.
Unit to handle code 2 identify.
Wah anjay, atasnya bolong bro, bocor. Tapi kok lampunya nyala di dalam ya? Senter ngeronda aja kalah ya, senter ngeronda. Oke kita masuk sekarang. Assalamualaikum, apakah bisa? Topi gue kemana dah? Anjay, udah bisa masuk sekarang bray. Oh lampunya dari situ. Ayolah masuk temenin gue lah, serem ini. Kok ada pistol aja tiba-tiba? Wah tembak-tembakan nih. Bener gue hanya kecepatan. Oh iya betul. Tiba-tiba gue punya pistol dah.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen.
Lu siapa anjing?
Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it?
Oh, lo jadi.
Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs, dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
Buset dah.
Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house. LAPD, give yourself up.
Anjing itu apaan dah? Berdarah anjing. Wah, ini tempat bocah ngewarnain korban-korban ini kayak ini. Goblok. Oke.
Going down there.
Kan katakan tipe cultures anti. Oh gitu.
Call for backup.
Allah Akbar, kaget gua goblok. Nien. Tut.
You're an interesting man.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Do I get a sense you're looking for
Anjing, kena jump scare gua.
Think we have something in common?
Ah, tai lah.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Have you felt the pain? Understood?
Kaget ya bun. Oh, tempat dia tadi turun. Si itu mana dah? Temen gua dah. Udah deg-degan anjing goblok. Gua takut jam.
Surrender now or I will use deadly force.
Dapat pembunuhnya nih.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both. But there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's going to happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we want to play it.
That's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you, Phelps. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boys of that Vice. My hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
Wah, naik pangkat gua. Wah, katanya pembunuhnya inian, Bray. Katanya pembunuhnya bukan dia. Pembunuhnya tuh orang lain yang higher rank gitu. Maksudnya kayak jabatannya lebih tinggi dan kita nggak bisa ikut campur gitu. Kayak beyond the moon gitu. Maksudnya tadi kan Pokoknya dia itu kata si skipper itu beyond the moon for for a mortal like us, maksudnya kayak orang yang kita cari itu sebetulnya kayak orang yang jabatannya tinggi. Untuk orang-orang biasa kayak kita nggak bakal bisa ngecharge dia katanya gitu, katanya sih gitu. Berarti pembunuh bukan dia, berarti gimana sih, anjing nggak ngerti gua. Goblok. Promoted Vice Desk aja, Hollywood Police Station Divisi 6, yoi. Your action have earned you a promotion. Prepare for reassignment. Anjay. Woo, promote bro. Berarti dia bunuh tapi dibayar orang buat jadi suspek, leave no trail behind. Iya. Berarti dia bunuh tapi dia dibayar orang buat jadi suspek, leave no trail behind. Iya, jadi itu kayak ya gitulah, biar dia nggak kena inian, kena charge.
Breathe out, kid. You'll go purple. I'm scared, Sarge. Everybody's scared, kid. Anyone who says he isn't is a damn liar. How many times have you been in combat, Sarge? I was with Raider Battalion on Peleliu my first time. Was it bad? It's always bad. Will this be bad? As bad as it gets, kid. But you stick by the Marine next to you and he will stick by you.
So, some of the guys, they aren't very friendly, Sarge.
They've lost a lot of their friends in the last couple of days, kid. They think if they don't get to know you that they won't have to grieve for you if you get killed. They're wrong. It doesn't work that way. Don't worry. No Marine in this company will let you down.
Iyalah kasus-kasusnya gini. The Black Chaser. Berarti kita naik pangkat jadi apa nih? Vice. Vice itu apa sih? Head Vice. Ini kasusnya bukan tentang pembunuhan lagi nih. Katanya nggak ngurusin cops lagi.
Welcome to Vice.
Anjay.
This is your new partner, Roy Earl. Take a seat. A special request was made to transfer you to Ad Vice. We need a man with your kind of starch on this desk, son. We have 2 dead Negroes found in an apartment this morning on Yucca Street.
Dead Negro?
Number 6358, apartment 5.
We got better things to be doing than wasting our time on 2 dead junkies.
Did I ask your opinion, detective? 2 men dead on U.S. Army issue morphine. That makes it an Ad Vice case. Beat it!
Yes, sir.
Morphine. Oh, ini narkoba. Naik pangkat jadi ini narkoba.
You and the lieutenant have some history?
You could say that. We used to be partners. So, you're working with the big boys now, Cole?
I guess so, Roy. I thought homicide was the primo assignment.
That may be the case. I asked for you personally, Phelps. I had to pull a few strings to get you over to Ad Vice. How does it feel?
The lieutenant seems to think I'm doing okay.
Okay? Don't get humble on me, Phelps. You're doing great. You're the department pinup boy. War hero and crime fighter. What a combination.
I can assure you I'm no war hero, detective.
Let's rouse some hopheads.
Anjay, naik pangkat mobilnya. Mungkin kasus lebih besar macam terorisme, pengedaran narkoba, selundupan senjata yang merugikan negara. Anjay, Teddy. Detektif Teddy, aku suka apa yang kamu pikirkan. Oke lah. Let's go. Ganti baju loh. Cara ganti baju gimana? Outfit. Anjay. Best worldwide rubbish soda with movie stars. Janganlah. Hit harder and take more punch before going down. Anjay. Jelek banget anjir begini dah. Yang kita don't believe everything you read in the paper. The Outsider. Anjir kayak baju apaan ini lagi. Aduh, gua accept lagi goblok. Aneh banget, aneh. Ya, ganti. Outfit. Yang hitam-hitamnya tadi mana yang hitam-hitam? The city of angels is most dangerous by night. Anjay. Get just as sweet and get them press. Kayak ini ya, coba ini dah. Anjay. Kok ini lagi sih? Coba gue bandingin ini sama yang hitam ya. Kalau sama yang hitam bagusan yang hitam. Ya kan kalau oh nggak jelek yang tadi ya. Iya karena kalau pembunuhan, pencurian paling dirugikan keluarga atau kerabat ya sih. Ya udah bentar gue mau pipis dulu.
What the hell?
What are we waiting for?
Anjay udah ganti boxer, kirain masih boxer merah, kata lu 2 hari. Gue gak enak anjing, udah dikomentarin nama lo, gue ganti lah, tai. Udah dikomentarin nama lo, gue ganti, Ted.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. Nice car, Roy. Is it department issue?
No, this is my sled. You can't be seen slumming it in a Nash if you're in vice, Cole. Meanwhile, we got needle freaks kissing it goodbye all over Central Avenue.
Ya nggak apa-apa, mau 20 juga nggak apa-apa. Bang, aku lagi di pik deket Kalibata. Mana ada pik deket Kalibata, jauh lah kambing. Pik sama Kalibata, Wisnu Baharudin. Pacific Electric, anjay. So far case-nya belum ada susah sih,
They really picked a prize shithole for our first date.
Jadi case-nya so far masih gampang-gampang sih.
Officer, please tell me what's going on.
Excuse me, lads. Excuse me.
It's up the stairs, detectives. Round the corner, last door on the left.
OTW Kalibata, aduh.
I swear.
Come on, Dunn.
This town is going straight to
Your
hell.
show now.
Carruthers. Phelps, I've been reassigned to advice. What have we got?
2 stiffs, overdosed. Been dead a couple of days.
Government issue morphine. We use the same syrettes in Okinawa.
Fucking Negro junkies can't take supply this pure.
You know these guys?
I know of them. The younger one's a 2-bit horn player by the name of Cornell Tyree. The other one works in distribution. Started using a little too much of his own product, and Jack D took exception. He wasn't born that ugly. His name's Lamont. Tyrone Lamont.
So who's supplying the drugs?
That's easy. Whoever knocked off the wharves in San Pedro. Jack Dragna, Mickey Cohen. Dope's been all upside down ever since Jimmy Utley started the long walk at Quentin.
You talk about it like it's a system.
It was a system. But those days are long gone.
We are supposed to uphold the law.
Yeah, and we do. But we can't change people. The truth is, everyone wants a license to get a little dirty now and then. Our job is to keep it manageable.
That's how you see it?
See it any other way, and you better forget about being a vice cop.
Can we get on with this? Today, preferably?
Akhirnya partnernya tahu sesuatu, nggak diam kayak Rusty. Iya dah. Akhirnya tahu kena korban dan lain-lain. Ini pergaulannya bagus nih, nggak kayak Rusty anjing ngopi mulu. Goblok Rusty anjir. Let's go. Pergaulan bebas. Tyrone Anthony Lamont.
Not even 23 years old.
Anjir 23 tahun, negro anjir. Resen negro dah. Rasis bangsat zaman dulu. 22 tahun dah, lebih muda dari gua.
These clowns lived on popcorn?
Find anything interesting?
Must have been messy eaters. It's all over the floor. A small chance in life is probably better than no chance.
Pergaulan bebas palamu, pergaulan bebas, Ted.
Black Caesar. From the joint across the street.
Ah, popcorn di seberang rumah nih.
Took his jolt and drifted off. And I suppose his friend wasn't in any condition to notice that he had stopped breathing.
Another day, another dollar.
Itu di ini dia nyuntik ini odol ke dalam badannya. Goblok.
Some kind of fruit, a bell, and wind. Strange doodle. I wonder what's the correlation between love of the needle and love of the music.
Apa yang mau ribut lo sama gue?
What's going on over
Kok ada gituan tadi aja?
A bit heavy for an empty cup.
Iya biar putih mungkin. Oh bisa di folder investigation aja. Oh di bawahnya ada anjir. Morfin anjir, morfin. Aduh rambut gua gatal lagi nih gara-gara belum mandi ini goblok. Ntar gua habis maghrib udahan dulu dah, mandi dulu. Apa tetap stream tapi nunggu gua mandi. Lebih baik end stream. Nanti mendingan end stream habis itu gua mandi apa tetap nge-stream habis itu ke AFK mandi. Gua nggak tahu dah. Anjir ada lem power glue. Pantesan ada suara laut.
No idea how dangerous this stuff is.
Morfin tuh buat apa sih? Morfin maklum gue nggak pernah pakai gitu-gituan, gue orang baik soalnya.
Another special order from the Caesar.
Mandi dulu. Halo Bang Kura-Kura Rental. Mandi dulu nih. AFK mandi apa end stream habis itu mandi? Oh biola dah. Nggak nih, morfin itu buat apa sih? Obat kuat kayaknya biar bisa berondo-rondo. Oh morfin, iya ini tuh nyuntik morfin dah. Yang mati 2 orang masalahnya dah. Tapi gue pengen lihat di sini. Oh ini udah dilihat, yang ini belum. Kita lihat mayatnya ini ya.
Knock you out for combat trauma. 2 of them will stop your heart.
Ya Allah, matanya ke atas nih. Maaf ya Bang ya. Gue pengen tahu Bang, lu mati kenapa, gara-gara siapa Bang? Gue tahu gara-gara narkoba, cuman lu bego. Ini apa nih di teteknya? Oh, ada template nih. Namanya Cornell Eustace Tyree.
They say only the good die young. I hope it was true in your case.
Gila masih 21 tahun aja, live stream mandi lah. Goblok live stream mandi. JJ always listen to 275 FM.
Who is JJ? And why do these two care about his taste in music?
Apa dah? FM. Jangan sampai Wisnu FM nih anjing. Ya anjir suntikannya.
Looks like it was always gonna end this way.
Gila bisa tiga suntikan gitu ya? Jangan sampai lah narkoba, jauh-jauh lah narkoba dari aku lah. Tuh tangannya sampai kelihatan sampai berurat begitu dah. Itu di sebelah kiri kanan dah. Ya Allah Pak. Goblok lu emang.
The Emperor across the street appears to ship a lot of popcorn. Let's shake him down.
Ya udah kita ke tempat popcorn di depan udah. Ayolah. Across the street kan? Across the street. Ya udah kalau across the street berarti di seberang. Emperor, anjay nama popcornnya Emperor. Oke. Kita ke tempat Emperor dulu karena dia tempat pesan-pesan popcorn di situ tadi tuh. Banyak pesan popcorn kan, tapi di bawah popcornnya ada alat suntikan morfin dah. Di mana dah? Ini orang mana teman gue sih? Woi. Lu mau naik mobil aja? Yaudah dah, naik mobil dah, yaudah. Oh ini kali ya? Di sini kali ya? Ayo, ayo.
Roy, we're in a hurry. On my way.
Mana?
Right. Let's wrap this up before I actually have to work overtime instead of just.
Itu kali ya?
You're a true inspiration to us all, Roy.
Lama banget lu. Oh ini nih, ayolah. Oh ini nih popcorn nih, black cheeser.
Help you? Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD. We're inquiring into the deaths.
Hand over the popcorn, numbskull, before we kick the door in.
Wait, ente mau kemana bro? Mencurigakan ente, morfin ya? Morfin ya, narkoba ya. Ayolah, sinilah, boleh lah, dibantu lah, tolong lah, ayolah, Aji video. Ngentut, kagak belajar dari kesalahan dah nih si Cole. Dia setiap naik tuh ditendang mulu dah. Udah dari sebelumnya tuh selalu ketendang gua, heran gua. Kagak belajar dari kesalahan, orang mah tarik kakinya jatuhin gitu. Ayo. Kejar. Mana lo? Bangke bener lewat situ harusnya gua. Gila nih bocah, tukang popcorn parkuran juga anjir. Tonjok nih. Kagak pernah belajar dari kesalahan.
Help me out, man. They're trying to kill me. You gotta help me out. What the hell going on here? Morgan! That you?
You picked the wrong cop, you fucking animals.
Aduh, goblok. Anjing lu. Bangsat lo ya.
This doesn't end well for you, friend.
Mana?
What's your name?
Morgan.
Half an answer is no answer to me, asshole.
Fleetwood Morgan.
Keep an eye on him, Roy, while I take a look around.
Mau lihat-lihat lo ya, toko lo ya. Jangan sampai.
Keep very still, Fleetwood. Don't give me an excuse to shoot you.
Let's go. Interview Fleetwood Morgan. Tadi dulu gue cari barang bukti dulu. Kayaknya enak bro. Ini nggak dibalik ke gosong-gosong. Gue mau lah seporsi burger jir. Wah ini nih ada yang udah jadi nih. Boleh lah. Hotdog, woi deh. Boleh lah. Oh ini kali ya. Oh ini nih. Di box. Ente ketahuan bangke. Solution of morphine tartrate anjir. Tartrate.
I'm sure it's satisfying.
Maybe habit forming. Morphine cups. Udah dulu.
Doesn't appear to be connected. Optimistic, Cole.
Oh ini apa nih? Gila ada banget kasus-kasus gini. Ini apa nih?
Should be stamped on the reverse by the issuer.
Blue Room Pass, anjay, musik gaming.
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. Oke. 625.
These number slips might affect your tone, Fleetwood.
Ini apa sih anjir? Gacha ya? Oke. I have a question, bro.
We're inquiring about the deaths of two men in an apartment across the street, Fleetwood. We want answers.
Kita butuh jawaban. Of course. I'll do my best.
I'll do my best, mister.
Ngentot bau mulu lu. Morphine overdose victim.
You sold the drugs to Cornell Tyree and Tyrone Lamont.
Oh, I sell fried steaks and black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas. I had the time of my life. Oh, itu band, sorry. Lu jangan bohong lu di box lu ada morphine, jing.
You're lying.
You're lying,
you know
bro.
that you supplied them.
I don't know nothing about no drugs. All I do is my 10 hair flipping burgers. Can you prove any different?
Kalau you prove any different sini lo, kalau gue jadi si Cole nih gue bawa. Ini kotak apa isinya bangsa? Gitu kan langsung. Mana tadi? Ini dia.
Flipping burgers and strapping jolts of morphine to the bottom of popcorn cups, Fleetwood. Now I want the truth. Who supplies the drugs?
Cat by the name of Armstrong Edwards. He brings the stuff around about once a day.
I know Armstrong. He's a two-bound, strictly small time. Who's he working for, Fleetwood?
Jermaine Jones.
Oh, punya dua nama nih kita nih, Jermaine Jones. Jadi kayak ada distributor namanya siapa tadi? Distributor namanya Armstrong Edwards. Nah, tapi dia sering bawain morphine. Tapi dia bekerja untuk orang bernama Jermaine Jones. Om, kan gue habis cukur rambut di tempat biasa, tapi orangnya lagi beda. Jadi ya gue minta potongan biasa, habis dicukur gue jadi Hitler bangsat. Malah mending gak usah nyukur aturan lo.
We have you for the hopping and resisting arrest.
Tell us about the numbers if you want our help.
Look, the numbers are the white man's tax on poor folk. All right, now what else you want to know?
Lu jangan bohong deh.
We have an address on the slips. We're gonna go down there now and rat you out, Fleetwood. Tell whoever it is that you rolled over and gave them up.
No. Look, I've been cooperative, okay? Now you gotta help me some.
Fleetwood, I'm gonna speak personally to the judge on your behalf.
A name, Fleetwood.
Look, he's a real slick dude. Wears a hat and swings a cane. Goes by the name of Merlin. All right, I ain't got a last name.
See you at the station, Fleetwood.
But you're gonna help me, right?
Of course, kid. You helped us out. We always like to repay a favor. Can you see that Fleetwood gets a nice cell, Wallace? One with a window and a nice fresh pillow.
Lo mau gimana juga, lo tetap di penjara goblok. Lo inian apa namanya? Nyebarin narkoba kok. Anak buahnya dulu baru atasannya. Iya.
Operator, give me dispatch.
What do you do now?
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jermaine Jones musical booking agency.
Just a moment, Detective. Jermaine Jones. The office is listed as 5528 Santa Monica Boulevard.
Thanks for your help.
Dapat nih kita si Jonas nih. Apa dalangnya? Lo pada bawa ini pada mau kemana? Gue gak. Mampus lo, ha? Mau bawa bunga buat siapa lo? Hah? Mau bawa bunga buat siapa lo? Ngadi-ngadi lo. Oke. The Black Cheeser Food Hunt udah. Ini udah. Number operation apa? Driving a lottery operation work harder to Melonoti. Enggak, gue pengen ke Jonas dulu lah. Ini number operation. Detektif barbar. Yo, iyalah jelas lah. Lo ngendarain bangsat.
You know the way. You can drive.
I heard you were in the blue room the other night. Shouldn't you have been at home? Tucked in bed with the wife and kids?
Where I go is your business?
It couldn't have had anything to do with a certain delightful but damaged German girl, could it?
I don't know what you're talking about, Roy.
Masih pembunuhan, bukan? Udah naik pangkat jadi narkoba. Morfin, narkoba, dan lain-lain lah. Tabrak berjalan kaki bintang nggak? Enggak, Ted. Cuman kurang duit, nggak tahu ada duitnya buat apa dah. Nggak ada duit padahal di sini, nggak bisa jajan apa-apaan, goblok emang. Jermaine Jones. Jangan ngadi-ngadi lo ya. Gue lihat-lihat jangan ngadi-ngadi lo. Let's go. Permisi. Assalamualaikum. Hello, motherfucker.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
The name's Merlin Odie. I run a strictly legitimate bookmaker's detective.
Okay.
So that's not an illegal wire service that your colleagues are running? And the number slips that I've been picking up all morning with this address on them have nothing to do with you.
I'll pay my kick to the Watts, and they pay their cut to the LAPD. You can't go shaking me down.
You're a loudmouth motherfucker, aren't you? Anyone ever tell you that criminals are supposed to keep their mouths shut? Stay where you are while we look around.
Stay where you are while we look around. Banyak banget telepon dah.
Cohen took over the wire service.
Ada mie goreng. Bang, aku jasa beli nasi karena rumah makan nggak ada yang buka. Aku jasa beli lagi. Misi penangkapan koki kah? Enggak. Coki. Kok coki anjir? Apa jadi coki? Hati-hati bang, aku di jalan nyasar lebaran begini. Pembegalan banyak loh. Hati-hati loh bang aku. Udah kesampean nasi goreng belum? Daki domba belum? Nanti malam lah gue cari. Nyasa ke rumah makan bintang 2, sombong banget. Aku doain kamu dapat bintang 2 terus ya, senjatanya di Genshin. Ngapa jadi ke Genshin dah? Hati-hati bang, aku nyasar baik dah. Oh, I know. Oh. Ini apa nih? Ini doodle. Bukan bintang 2. Apaan B2? Yang tadi kode restoran mana? Nggak, ini. Ini jeruk lonceng win. Oke, jeruk lonceng win. Jeruk lonceng win. Wah, itu jackpot tuh, gua 777 bangsat. Dapatkan satu, mampus lah. Oh. Hahaha. Tinggal jeruk. Di mana bang aku? Di mana-mana ngegacha dah. Makanya. Ini bukan sih? Jeruknya bukan yang ini, bray. Jeruknya yang mana dah? Jeruknya yang pala tiga. Itu apel goblok, jeruk. Oke. Nggak di game, nggak di apa, ngegacha terus ya? Mampus, morfin ketemu kan lo, ha? Tai kucing, mampus lo. Ketemu lo, ha?
This quantity, we're looking at a high-level trafficking charge.
Banyak kan, ha? Mau ngadi-ngadi lo, mau bawa ngapain lo? Mr.
I think Ramez's place is our next stop.
Ramirez siapa anjir? Ramirez deliver to MOT. Oh, nih MOT nih, dia nih yang punya ini. Wah, ini gacha-gacha nih. Ada rumah makan yang buka, taunya rumah makan BKB.
Thanks for the paper trail, Merlin.
B2 apaan anjir? Itu apaan anjir? Kok gua gak ngerti ya? Lu tahu Ted apa yang dimaksud bang aku, Ted?
Oh, that's quite a win for a dime, Merlin. You better start talking.
Damn it. Get after him, Phelps.
Goblok
aja.
B2 babi. Oh, babi. Goblok. Ngapa jadi dapat babi dah bang aku dah? Ya jelas lah gua makan terus. Ngapa jadi babi dah? Ada-adanya bang aku dah nyari makanan. Warteg nggak ada warteg.
You can still catch him.
Warteg Bahari.
Lock him up and throw away the key.
Anjing, dia orang lari banget. Movement speednya gede nih dia, movement speed.
What are you trying to do, Merlin?
Goblok, orang didorong-dorong.
That's that cop.
Warteg Karisma masih pada mudik. Anjay, KOTL di Noire. Iya, KOTL dia aja keeper of the like aja. Movement speednya gede, pakai boost of travel level 2.
All right, relax, motherfucker, you got me.
Nice wand, Merlin. Too bad you couldn't pull off your vanishing act.
Make your joke, smart guy, but don't damage that. That there's a valuable antique.
You don't say. Maybe you ought to have a look at this, Cole.
Hati-hati bang, aku nyari makan dong, malah makan babi ya kan. Baru buat lebaran. Anjay, ini apa nih? Aku menemukan sesuatu nih. Jose Rames.
Adi has Jose Rames
In his pocket, Rames must have
Rames must have forgotten his lucky numbers.
Promise to pay to Merlin Oti eso the sum of $23 and no cents. Ya, oke, lu bayar gacaan nih. Kalau bayar
Would you like to calculate the odds on you going to prison for a very long time, Merlin?
Lalu gue bawa dulu dah. Terpaksa bungkus nasi terus beli mie. Yoi lah, bungkus nasi terus beli mie lah. Beli mie, beli telurnya satu, masak sendiri di rumah ada telurnya. Gitu aja bang aku. Kalau makan babi nggak sengaja gimana hukumnya? Kalau babi nggak apa-apa, Ted. Kalau lo kagak tahu tuh nggak apa-apa. Tapi setelah lo tahu ya lo minta maaf lah setelah sholat. Allah tadi makan babi, maafin hamba gitu-gitu dan lain-lain. Udah, dimaafin. Yang penting lo nggak tahu, kecuali kalau lo udah tahu ini babi tapi lo tetap makan tuh lo dosa besar aja. Seruan kasus pembunuhan ya, nggak tahu dah. Ini seru-seru aja kok aku mainin. Kalau kepepet makan Indomie aja sama telur ceplok bang aku biar nggak kelaparan iya.
Nowhere. I paid my contributions and I'm not getting hustled by you.
Army surplus morphine. Lo nggak surplus morphine?
Army surplus morphine. What do you have to say about that?
I heard about that. Big robbery on the ship. Ain't my line of work. I prefer something with a sporting outcome.
Army surplus morphine. Gue tau lo bohong, Bre. Gue pengen keluar dulu deh. Kita cari tempat lain dulu, teman-teman. Kayak kita ke number operation Jonas.
Come on, Roy. Keep your shirt on. Here I come.
Jangan itu selama 2 hari makan. Anjing gagal. Serius gagal, goblok anjing. Suspect left behind aja. Stupid Wisnu aja.
Would you like to calculate the odds on you going to prison for a very long time, Merlin?
Pertama kali gue gagal begitu.
I paid my contributions.
Tobatlah, bukan malah ketagihan. Iya, tobatlah.
We're only interested in morphine. Army surplus morphine. What do you have to say about that?
I heard about that. Big robbery on the ship. Ain't my line of work. I prefer something with a sporting outcome.
Ini kayak distributor identified ya?
You distribute for the Jews. You're a patsy.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'll distribute for the LAPD, motherfucker.
Ini kali ya? Morgan Names. Fond distributor.
If this is a shakedown, I wish you get on with it. I can call my man from the 77th Division and have this all cleared up.
Maafin, Mbak.
Rames seems to owe you a lot of money.
We all owe somebody.
Ya bihun lah.
So it has nothing to
Ngajarin
do with
lebaran ke rumah
groceries,
Kayla bang.
morphine
Kayla lagi di healing dia, lagi
It's a
nggak
gambling
tahu
thing.
lagi kemana, lagi healing
He
dia.
took over the wire service and screwed me.
Tahu dulu, aku lagi baca kasus bangke. Nih aku pause dulu dah biar sambil ngobrol sama kalian ya. Si Kayla itu lagi healing kayak dia lagi jalan-jalan. Kemarin mampir juga cuma bentar, cuma maafin lahir batin, habis itu udah. Bang aku gimana? Dia ngampir kan ke channel bang aku juga kan dia. Dia lagi nih. Taruh aku baca lagi ya kasusnya. So it has nothing to do with the prostitute mopping. It's a gambling debt. The habits took over the wire service and scream now. Now I just will do what I'm told. Run numbers, shift throw. Jose is no different. He just think he is the big man that can run up table.
Now I just do what
Gak
I'm
ada
told.
mampir ke aku.
Run numbers and shift.
Kemarin dia mampir. Mampir kan Tete ya kemarin ya? Bentar doang cuman bang aku kayak cuman semenit 2 menit. Say hi. Minta maaf lahir, mohon maaf lahir batin. Kita maaf-maafan semuanya. Habis itu dia udah cabut. Itu kalau nggak salah siang hari, kalau nggak salah. Siang hari pas aku main Dota, kalau nggak salah. Ada dia tuh. Udah dia habis itu dia pergi lagi. Kayak dia ini lagi liburan sih. Mungkin kan orang-orang kerja kantor tuh rata-rata tuh libur sampai tanggal 9 setahu aku ya. Mostly itu yang kerja kantoran tuh libur sampai tanggal 9. Kayak dia mau manfaatin liburnya dia kayaknya deh. Terakhir mampir pas puasa terakhir, iya. Lahir batin ke aku nggak ada. Ntar juga maafin lahir batin, mah aku sabar-sabar. Ntar juga dia datang. Baiklah anaknya dia, ntar juga dia datang. Bang aku maafin aku kalau udah salah-salah bang aku ya. Maafin ya kalau udah salah-salah ya. Kalau aku bawel nanya-nanya soal YouTube ke bang aku bla bla bla. Ya aku kan streamer baru jadi minta tolong bang aku. Maafin ya kalau aku bawel ya bang aku ya ke bang aku ya. Sabar-sabar ya bang ya. Thank you bang aku, maafin.
Jose's no different. He just thinks he's the big man that can run up tabs.
You're not the guy we want, Merlin, but we're taking you in. Maybe some time in a cell will help you remember something worthwhile.
Salahnya sering gak.
And fuck you. You'll never put a charge.
Salahnya sering gak.
Take this bum in. Take the long way around.
Nggak, bang aku, nggak,
Don't be gentle with
bang
him.
aku sebagus-bagusnya artefak aku, Raiden aku kalah masih sama bang aku deh, itu intinya lah anjir. Aduh. Tadi gue jawab salah aja satu. Raiden bang aku lebih GG daripada Raiden aku.
Badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for Ramez Removals. That's Ramez, R-A-M-E-Z.
Just checking. Ramez Removals, corner Sunset and Wilton.
Udah sono bang aku pulang, bis itu masak, hati-hati di jalan bang aku. Banyak begal, lebaran-lebaran begini malah sepi, jalanan serem jir. Bang aku ada-ada aja dah. Jonas booking agency dah. Kita ke Jonas dulu, ke Jonas. Let's go.
Can you drive to this one? How was Hopgood doing, Royce? Who? Marlon Hopgood, your informer. He was my corroborating witness in the Bishop case.
Oh, right. Marlon. You're not still sore about that, are you? You made the case without him.
He was an accessory to the abuse of the girl, Roy.
As long as Hollywood exists, it's going to be chewing up starry-eyed little girls. Marlon was small time. You caught the big fish. And look how much good it did your career.
Makan kacang dulu, geng. Abis kasus ini gue off stream dulu ya. Abis itu lanjut lagi abis maghrib ya. Gue belum mandi, pala gue gatel, bener dah. Kas apaan nih?
Look at this place. I'm guessing not much talent comes out of this talent agency.
Here we are.
Kacang bolong.
238.
Kacang ini nih. Kelihatan nggak sih? Nggak tahu dah gua. Kacang biasa. $238 ya? 238, 240, 239, 238. Ini lo anjing bangsat.
Hey.
Assalamualaikum.
Who let you in?
Who let you in? I am LAPD.
Jermaine Jones. Don't bother getting up. Your flunky Fleetwood Morgan just snitched you out.
I wasn't planning to. Now, you think you could tell me who the hell you are?
LAPD. We'd like to take a look around.
The hell you will, motherfucker. You carrying a warrant?
No, do we need one? Search the place, Cole.
What do you think you're gonna find, policeman? Huh?
You boys looking for
Allahu
what
Akbar.
kind of actors you supposed to be?
You ain't allowed to do this. I got rights.
Lalu. Lihat kacang gituan jadi ingat meme TikTok yang 3 orang tamu yang lalu yang lagi bertamu terus pas salah satunya ngambil kacang, ngambil tumpah, siapa anjing? Ini FM berapa tadi anjing? FM berapa tadi teman-teman? Tadi ada yang FM jir. Radio Station Note 275 FM. 275 FM aja. Nah, sudah kuduga ini. Hot FM.
Wonder this thing is sounding a little muffled, Jermaine.
Brennan! Wilt! Get over here! Take these assholes apart.
You heard the boss.
Is this the best you got? The mugs are dope to the eyeballs.
Come on! Beat these sons of bitches down!
Lah pikir gue bakal kalah sama orang mabok. Goblok.
Damn! I don't believe this. Are you too good?
Sit tight, asshole. Pretend you're at the parlor getting your nails done. Cole, you better search through that stuff in the radio before
starving musicians pay with.
Boleh lah, minta lah. Bawa pulang buat beli VGA.
Perfect, clean.
Lumayan nih $5,000 anjing. What is the thing between the movie and the number slip? Noling ini gue tadi interview orang. Lu distributornya bangsat, lu jangan tipu-tipu lah, tai.
Lying to me, Jones. Tell me about Merlin.
Who? I don't know anyone named Merlin.
Ini Merlin emang kagak tahu, tai kucing nih.
Fleetwood Morgan will testify that you and Merlin are expanding out of illegal gambling and into drugs.
Okay, so I buy from a cat goes by the name of Merlin Otti. Merlin runs the lottery for the Jew boy. Fink has a new line in drugs. You squeal me out, I deny ever telling you.
Tell us about Otti.
Otti's a gambler. Fronts points on football games, fights, the horses, numbers. Chicken crossing the road. Motherfucker will take the odds on anything.
Take them all in.
We have a deal, right?
We're after the morphine. I'll speak to the DA on your behalf. You have my word.
Gila, gue udah jago main ginian bener. Parah. Udah nggak bisa dikalahin gue main ginian, anjay. Padahal tadi barusan salah satu ya. Ini rame si Mufal yang kata tempat gacha-gacha nih.
You can drive. So Mickey Cohen or Jack Dragna stole the Army's surplus morphine, and they are selling it on the streets?
Looks that way.
But the mob wants returned customers, not corpses. Why haven't they cut the morphine?
Good question, Detective.
This robbery happened months ago, right?
The beginning of the year.
So why are the proceeds suddenly turning up now?
Another good question. But where does it get us? It's like asking questions in the middle of the movie. If you just sit tight and keep your yap shut, you'll find out what happens. We need to follow the evidence.
GG Gaming. Jago gua. Ramirez removed.
LAPD. We're here to see Jose Ramirez. What's it about? Routine inquiries, sir. Can you tell us where we could find him?
We missed him.
He was in the delivery truck, just went out.
God damn it.
Kejar Ramirez.
11K calling KGPL.
Go ahead, 11K.
11K requesting assistance in pursuit of narcotic suspects aboard a GM delivery truck. Commercial license David Charles 457.
What does this lunatic think he's doing?
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. We're not playing around here. Take this clown off the road. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
I survived the war for this.
Give it up, LAPD.
Jangan ngadi-ngadi lo ya. Ketangkepan lo. Jangan sok iye dah melawan gua. Anjay.
Jose Ramirez, you're being arrested on suspicion of supplying illegal drugs, resisting arrest, and for malicious damage to LAPD property.
Hey, hold your horses. I supply furniture, not drugs. And that thing back there, that was an accident. Some furniture came loose. That's all.
Save it for the DA, Chico. Keep an eye on him. We're gonna take a look around inside.
Buset. Ini kayak ini riddle saya nggak sih? Riddles.
What's with the puddle? Where's that trail of water coming from, Cole?
Oh, bukan.
There must be a way through the back.
Follow the water.
Welcome to Furniture Village, where taste comes to die. What a pile of junk. My mother would be in heaven. I bet this is the kind of crap you left, Cole. 20 years out of fashion. Get down here. There's a cold room in the back. I think we know where the water's coming from. You're gonna want to see this.
There's something frozen inside.
Well, I'll be
damned.
This must be how they transport the morphine.
It's like Santa's grotto for hotbeds in here.
Ice. That's clever.
Better than popcorn cups, that's for sure.
Look at it all. This is big, Roy.
It's not small. Now we just need to get to the source.
I admit something that my sadness that you're gone.
Everything I do is above board, officer.
Sorry, officer. Something tells me I gotta be careful what I say from here on out.
I'm taking the detective's exam soon, sir. Shouldn't you be going?
Isn't he the cop that won the medal and stomping all the papers?
Watch out for the pedestrians!
Kemana anjing?
Isn't that the cop that caught the guy that's pretending to be dead?
Where's he been delivering? And who's been delivering here? Any repeat business in the ledger, Cole?
I think we know why Ramos has been ordering so much ice.
LAPD, leave it right there! Everyone out of the vehicle and put your hands up! There's something in the ice. He's making a run for it. Let him have it!
Anjing di shotgun gua goblok.
Take them all to Hollywood Station. Have the ME and tech services go over this place.
Where will you be?
Hunting polar bear. Can you drive to this one?
Is Audie serious? Is the LAPD turning a blind eye to narcotics?
Keep your shirt on, Phelps. Drugs are prohibited. Doesn't mean people don't want to take them. Limiting supply doesn't mean that we have limited demand.
I understand that. I know that the average Joe needs to unwind a little, let his hair down at the end of the week, but morphine? Heroin?
It's important to demonize hop, Phelps. Looks good in the papers. But when all is said and done, it's just another chemical like booze. A lot of people in high places think we're doing the city a favor by keeping the dope rolling into Central Avenue. Donnelly certainly believes we need to keep them anesthetized.
Better jobs and opportunities would go a lot further.
Will you listen to yourself?
Pizza nakatao narapet. Mumpung ada yang nonton, gue mau buka WhatsApp sebentar.
Factory is closed. Has been for years. Not much call for ice anymore with all those newfangled refrigerators.
Save it for someone who wants to hear it. How many janitors carry a gat?
That's one way of announcing we're here.
Give it up, Finkelstein. Your brother-in-law will get you a good lawyer.
My brother-in-law hates my guts. Come and get me if you want some daylight through that suit of yours.
Eyes open. He's around here somewhere.
Clear me some space here!
What's the matter? Can someone please just kill these assholes already? Eyes open. He's around here somewhere. I ain't running out of friends or guns. Give me some goddamn cover. Understand?
Stay down.
Pray for a dead man.
Fight! Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Let's see if I can't put it right between your eyes.
Stay in cover.
Word on, goddammit!
I'm wide open here. Throw out the guns. They're all dead, Finkelstein. Leave the weapon and put your hands up now.
Put my hands up. Sure. Then what? Cop to peddling the dope? Cut a deal? Ship me off to the queue? Soon as I get locked up, some old friend puts an ice pick above my ear? No thanks.
Only one other way out, shitheel. Let's have a look around, now that we finally got some peace and quiet. This stuff has got to be worth at least $100 grand.
So Finkelstein robbed the ship?
My guess is Lenny took it off their hands. This is big. This is gonna make the papers, Phelps. As senior investigator, I'll do the talking.
Well, well, who would have thought that Roy Earl's hand-picked new partner would have turned out to be such a great case man? This is a good result, Phelps. As far as we can tell, Lenny the Fink was moving the morphine across the city and as far north as Frisco. This makes the feds very happy, and it makes Mickey Cohen look bad. I won't lie to you, kid. I like the headlines. I like them a lot. You keep this squad in the papers, and we'll get along just fine.
Gigi. Bintang 4 doang lagi, goblok. Akhirnya udah lo off dulu lah. Reaper Madness. Nggak usah spoiler. Mending kita langsung aja lah. Nggak usah spoiler. Gua off dulu streamnya. Siapa yang nonton? Nggak ada yang nonton kan? Iya, nggak ada yang nonton lah. Sepi. Gua udahan dulu lah. Gua sholat maghrib dulu, mandi, makan. Nanti lanjut lagi habis sisa. Oke? Dadah. See you next stream. Bye-bye teman-teman.